Ugh. Book 22. Catherine Coulter's FBI series Paradox. And there's two stories in here. Both of them, however, are done by, well, yeah, partial. It's a co-book. So we have Sherlock and Savick, and then we have Chief Ty, which is a female, and Sala, which is a male agent. Hello, Sandy. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. She comes to say hi. So, those are your 4 leads. Sherlock and Savick, Chief Ty, and Sala. And the story starts out with somebody trying to kidnap Sean, their kid. And so they spend quite a bit of the book a little paranoid and scared that their son's going to be kidnapped. So he does have a few cute scenes. He stays with the grandmother. The grandmother's always the location of safety. No one ever goes to the grandmother's house. So that's your first. Then we have, and it turns out this enemy that's trying to kidnap Sean and get revenge on Sherlock and Savick is Victor Nesser, and you can find out more about him in book 13, The Knockout. And before I forget, I haven't done it in a while. I've been sick. But Leaf Sonata and Z-Book and Selena and Trudy, and I've got a bunch of new ideas coming down the pike. I just got a huge delivery for unboxing today, so there's like 3 or 4 videos out of these bunch. But anyway, so Paradox. So those are your 2 couples, Sherlock and Savick, who are trying to find Victor Nesser because he was involved in a major event in Knockout, and his lawyer got him a mental thing and got him confined to a mental institution, and he has escaped that mental institution. And what is the very first thing he does after escaping his mental institution? He kills his attorney. So, then he's decided he's going after Sean. And this attorney was dating FBI agent Sala. And they were on a weekend getaway. They had been through some stuff themselves, and they were going on a weekend getaway themselves up to this cabin, up to this house. And the guy comes in and wakes them up out of a sound sleep, knocks Sala out, bounds, gags him, ties him, puts him in a closet, and takes Octavia, the woman, his attorney, and kills her. And Chief Ty, I thought I wrote her full name down here. Christie. Ty Christie. And witnesses, she was up at her cabin, and she comes out and she sees the murder actually take place. So then they end up dredging the lake. And when they dredge the lake, they find about 12 to 16 bodies. Bones. To make up 12 to 16 bodies. I forget the exact count. So then the FBI gets involved. And Sherlock and Savick get involved. So those are your 2 cases. The one with Victor Nesser. And they start thinking about him, but he was in prison for some of these years, so he couldn't have killed all these people in here. And then they start thinking about one of the other options they brought up was that in recent years, this crematorium was telling people they were whatever, but then they were dumping their bodies elsewhere in pits and stuff like that. So that's Savick and them start thinking about that. And this is one of the instances where you have Victor's presence through the whole book. He has several chapters and you get to know that Victor's pretty much gone up here. And he's got a screw loose. And he may or may not be a split personality with Lissy, the love of his life. She may have invaded his brain, and he may communicate with her quite often. So the real killer doesn't make an appearance till like almost second, third chapter to the end of the book. That's how elusive the killer is. And so they're digging all these people out of the lake, all the bones, the bodies. And they find this Star of David belt buckle. And the Star of David belt buckle sparks a memory in this young lady. Her diagnosis isn't really told, and it really, for half the book, she's got her diagnosis. Like, maybe Down syndrome type situation, a slow learner type situation, whatever you want to put on that. But in the middle of the book, let's say 65% way through the book, she gets hit over the head. Because the person wants to stop her from revealing this pertinent information to the case. And when they hit her over the head, she requires brain surgery. And the relieving of the fluid and the other stuff that they do and the medicines they give this young lady, all of a sudden she's an absolutely normal person. Normal speech, normal memory, normal behavior, everything. She's like a brand new person. So there's a miracle cure there. And there's a whole big situation, like a sub-story with her. And so those are your two main plot lines. Victor's escape and Sherlock and Savick looking for Victor. And then Ty and Sala trying to figure out why are all these bones in this lake. And there's a little small itsy bitsy like lunch together situations with Ty, Christie, and Sala. So that may prove something in the future. We don't know. But so your main when there is a little, and I was like, oh, all right, we're going to talk about this again. But it's such a brief appearance. In previous books it's been more of a thing. But in this book, it's like a paragraph or so. Sherlock Savick has this paranormal moment. And it's just a moment. They don't make anything more of it. In previous books, he's made a thing of it. But in this particular book, it's just a moment. And the moment leads to rescuing Sala from the closet. So, excuse me. We also talk about Ben Raven. We don't really see him much at all. I don't even think he's on stage. They talk about him, though. I was making my character listing. So, Sherlock and Savick, your heroes. Police Chief Ty Christie and Agent Sala work together to solve the murder mystery. Oh, and the other person that when they do Octavia and they find her dumped in the lake, and then they find the belt buckle. The guy whose belt buckle it was murdered 5 years ago, and he was murdered quite savagely. So we're also investigating his murder. It's a little side plot to the other side plot. But the whole Victor thing is a whole separate. It's just over there. The Octavia murder and the Henry LaRocque murder, however, well, actually, no, alright. So, Victor murdering of Octavia is here. The murder of Henry is over here. And this group of people is your Sala and Chief Ty. And we also, Gunny is the young lady that has the possible, slow learning issue that has the miracle cure halfway through the book because of the brain surgery. She changes her name to Lee. And she is a big part of this story over here. And so the big players here are Leanne, who aka Gunny, Henry LaRocque, the victim that was stabbed to death 5 years ago, and Henrietta Chamberlain. She makes a little bit of appearance. Works in the post office, and she was Gunny's boss. And Chief Daniel Masters is Lee's or Gunny's godfather. And then we have Susan Sparrow and husband Laundry Sparrow and Eric Sparrow, who own the funeral home. And they do point somewhere along the line, you start thinking that maybe they're pulling this thing with the bodies, not doing the crematory thing, but dumping them in the lake. But it turned out to be a whole nother ball of wax. And the killer to all those other bodies in the lake is revealed in like the last 2 chapters. So it's a huge left turn. It's a huge oh, good God, I did not see that coming. It's a big surprise. It's one of the few times that you were massively surprised in a Catherine Coulter book. So those are your 2 big cases. And if you could please hit the like and subscribe, I'd appreciate it. Who knows? We got to get through. We have 1 more. There's only 6 in the series. The Brit series. So 22 and a half, or book 6 of the FBI Brit series. And after that, we've got Liberath, Deadlock, Vortex, Reckoning, and Flashpoint. And that's the end of the series. Catherine Coulter called it quits. She let it be known in the beginning of the era when Flashpoint came out. And I was quite upset about that. She's going back to her Regency. She wanted to write happier books. Which, you can't blame her with today's society. But I like a good murder mystery. If you're going to give me something, give me a good mystery of any kind. Looking for hidden manuscript or looking for hidden records, or just give me a mystery or something to go with the romance. I need a little extra in my romance. So anyway, if you could hit the like and subscribe, I'd appreciate it. Thank you.